Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into how artificial intelligence is quickly becoming cybersecurity's most powerful new weapon. And look, we're not just talking about defending the AI systems themselves. We're exploring how we can actually turn AI into a proactive tool to defend our most critical networks. So, to really get why AI-assisted security is so critical, we've got to start with the massive challenge that security teams are facing right now. AI is just evolving at a breakneck pace, and honestly, the industry is struggling to keep up. 73%. That is a huge number. That's how many security leaders are saying they have a critical lack of people with actual AI security expertise. Think of it like this. A bridge is out between all the new AI we're adopting and the security needed to protect it. And that leaves organizations incredibly vulnerable. And this quote from folks on the ground, man, it just perfectly captures the urgency and, the confusion that's out there. As AI adoption just explodes, the people who are supposed to protect these systems are in a frantic race against time to get the skills they need. But what if AI isn't just another thing we have to defend? What if it's the very tool we can use to fight back, but way more effectively? Now, this is where the conversation gets really interesting, turning a potential weakness into a powerful defensive weapon. So AI security really has two sides to it. On one hand, you've got the defensive part, locking down the AI models and the data. But what we're going to focus on today is everything you see on the right, using AI proactively as a weapon for defense. This is the stuff that's truly transforming security operations. All right, let's jump into our next section and see how AI is actually making security teams smarter and faster, right there in the trenches. This is where AI stops being just a concept and becomes a practical, day-to-day game changer for security analysts. In the past, a lot of security was just about matching signatures, looking for threats we already knew about. But AI goes way beyond that. It actually learns what's normal for your network, for your users, for your apps, and that allows it to spot what's not normal, even if it's a threat that no one has ever seen before. And this idea, behavioral analysis, is basically the engine behind that whole shift. So instead of waiting for some big, loud alarm to go off, the AI establishes a baseline of normal activity. That means it can flag those quiet, low and slow intrusions that might otherwise go completely unnoticed for months, letting teams jump in so much earlier. So what does this actually look like in a real security operations center or a SOC? Well, this workflow shows it perfectly. The AI does all the exhausting heavy lifting. It detects the weird activity, it connects the dots across millions of different logs, and it even drafts a response plan. And all of that frees up the human analysts to do what they do best, use their expert judgment to validate the findings and make the final call. I mean, just think about that for a second. We're not talking about a small little improvement here. This is a massive transformational impact. It works by automatically grouping similar alerts together and prioritizing threats based on actual risk. So your analysts can spend their time hunting real threats instead of just drowning in false positives. And this incredible efficiency gain, well, that's what's leading us to what we call the automated SOC. It's all about supercharging these workflows by automating all those repetitive, high-volume tasks that historically just lead to analyst fatigue and burnout. Now, what's really cool about this slide is how it maps specific AI applications to these massive efficiency gains. I mean, just look at phishing defense. AI can use natural language processing to spot those super sophisticated AI-generated phishing emails that might totally fool a human eye. Or check out threat hunting, where it finds those stealthy attacks designed to fly right under the radar. Okay, but with all of this incredible automation, it begs a really important question. What is the role of the human expert in this new world? I mean, are we just automating people right out of a job? And the crucial answer is absolutely not. This is not about replacing people. It's about augmenting their capabilities, creating this incredibly powerful human-machine team. The AI is a force multiplier, for sure, but its effectiveness ultimately depends on human guidance, human expertise, and critical thinking. So how does this partnership actually work? Well, it's built on three key pillars. First, you've got human in the loop, which means people are actively collaborating on tasks. Second, there's general human oversight, which is all about monitoring the AI's performance. And third, and this is critical, human validation, which requires a final sign-off for any major actions. Together, these make sure a human expert is always in ultimate control. All right, let's start to wrap this up by looking at why mastering AI-assisted security is no longer just a good idea, it's an absolute necessity for anyone who wants to have a career in this field. As traditional cybersecurity training kind of struggles to keep up with the pace of AI, we're seeing new credentials like the CompTIA Sec AI Plus emerge. They're specifically designed to validate these vital, in-demand skills and, you guessed it, close that 73% skills gap that we talked about at the very beginning. So if there's one thing you take away from all this, let it be this. The ability to use AI tools for defense is not a niche specialization anymore. To stay relevant, to stay effective in cybersecurity, you absolutely have to learn how to harness the power of AI. I'll just leave you with this final thought to chew on. As machines get better and better at finding the what, the human role is going to shift more and more to understanding the why and deciding what's next. It's a fundamental change, and it's the future of how humans and machines will team up in the ongoing fight for cybersecurity.